And around, January, I left school to pursue acting, and around that time, I saw the movie Inherent Vice, which has a very cool kind of like noir, but also kind of like crazy, like fantastical elements to it, which I really liked. And then I also around the same time saw The Graduate, and I kind of thought like, okay, I really identify with this Dustin Hoffman character who's kind of like shiftless, doesn't know where he's going, because that's kind of how I felt when I left OU. I didn't know where I was going, but I also really liked this noir feel, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna mash these together, and that's what eventually kind of became Floater.
And the devil would call my name. I say now, who do?
It was really good. I enjoyed doing the technical aspect and the acting aspect. Acting is what I'm really interested in, but I liked the whole process of making the film. I liked every part of it.
Well, I felt like it was a very friendly environment, and I liked it a lot.
Just generally, there was never a dull moment on set.
But I liked when Mr. Weddle bought me some ice cream at the Creamy Wood.
That's awesome.
You learn a lot about film and different like aspects of movie making, and you get experience actually like doing the technical roles, and you get experience acting.
And I think like friendships were formed through film camp from what I was observing.
5571.
It's just a good experience to have. I met so many different people.
Because you get to do all the learning stuff, but there's also a lot of fun and meeting people.
I would definitely recommend it to just about anyone who likes making films or just likes hanging out with cool groups of people, because this was a good group of people.
You know, so you learn something, you meet new people, make friends. A guy makes out with his best friend's sister. And the best friend finds out. And he decides, I don't want to be friends with him anymore. He's pretty pissed off. Did the friend deserve that? Probably. The guy's mother finds out she has stage 4 brain cancer. She's dead 2 weeks later. Did he deserve that? Did his dad? Did his brother? No, Jimmy. Because that means that there's something bigger than us looking out for us. And there is no deserve. There's just us and things that happen to us. And out by my pool, nothing happens. And that's the way I like it.
The two main inspirations for the film were the vacation movies like National Lampoon's Vacation, where you had this dad that's kind of like, or this main guy that's kind of like focused on this specific goal that's kind of trip oriented and things just not going his way and trying to keep it together, you know. And then also the movie Euro Trip, where it's kind of a group of friends traveling around and a lot of wacky adventures happening. While it's like a comedy, I think that it definitely tackles a more mature subject for high school, where this is all about a kid who's trying to grow up too fast, you know, and thinking about marriage and all these things that, you know, when you're that age, you don't have to worry about till way later.
I never said I fought in Nam, I said I found me a hooker there.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us.
It was really fun. This is always my favorite part of the summer because I just get to be with all my friends and do what I love.
And I wanted something more serious and more in depth. And
I'd say I liked being the cinematographer just because I liked watching the whole process.
Have to contact people about costumes and whatnot, and it was really fun. I liked it a lot.
It's a really good experience and you learn a lot about film, so because there's not a whole lot of classes on it in school, so this is a good opportunity to learn about film.
I did fall all the way in a few times.
I would say do film camp because there's nothing else you get anywhere that's the same level of experience.
I would say definitely do it. It's one of the best things I've ever done.
Well, it's a community, and I think I don't have a specific moment that was great, but I think just the whole thing was being with friends and doing something that you love is like a really enjoyable experience.
Just the guys' trip, huh?
Well, now my parents know I lied to them. Fantastic.
Couldn't get much worse.
Mark, your granddad is dead. Should have seen that coming.
He was watching old episodes of Amos and Andy, and he laughed so hard his heart stopped.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. He was a terrible person.
All that scratch is making you itch.
Just people getting involved, you know, like no matter what, you're gonna have a choice to make whether or not you want to be really involved and make your role awesome or not. And I think this year, overwhelmingly, people went out of their way to like go above and beyond on their role, and more so even on the crew side of things, because that's where we tend to have the most people kind of, yeah, I don't care, it's a light, I guess, you know, they don't do anything. But like so many people like really stepped up and was like, okay, I'm gonna learn about this and like what I should do here and how to make this good and what the heck a key grip even does. Do I just grip things, you know, like, yeah, that I gripped it, you know. So I think that was really good.
The golden angels, oh, the Fort Green angels, the Five-Town Diamond Skippers.
Well, I had never really done a full film before, so I learned a lot, and especially from being a cinematographer.
My experience in film camp was really fun.
There's many different options, and it's nice to explore them.
There's a lot of things you learn from film camp that you wouldn't expect to learn.
Like, not many people have a chance to do a film camp. Tons of people do plays and musicals all the time, but how often do you actually get a chance to do film?
Well, if you're interested in film or acting or anything at all, it's a great learning experience.
You learn so much that you do not learn in high school about film, and especially if you want to be like behind the scenes or an actor in film.
If you like acting or just being a part of making a film, then yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And I got to see more of all the different people working hard to get all the different things together.
The night the monsoon happened, eating Wendy's, and everyone thought we were going to die underneath that gazebo.
The gazebo at Stanbury with the downpour, so there's a lot of interesting moments that we're not filming.
To target one, Eli moment, the bathrobe with the underwear, was genius.
I mean, everyone's gonna see that and be like, wow, that's the Hindu symbol for eternity.
It is.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not until the Nazis messed everything up. But I'm gonna reclaim it for good.
Oh, is that what you're gonna tell employers as they're not hiring you?
Hey guys.
Hey, Buzzworthy.
Is that supposed to?
And then the rest of the story itself was more of a collaboration between you and I and Kate, who plays Jo in the film. We really wanted to draw attention to sexual assault and how it's not really talked about. It's kind of a subject that is very, it's kind of taboo. People don't really like to go into detail about it. They don't like to bring it up. And I felt like it's something that needs to be talked about. It's something that happens way too often that needs to be talked about. So we kind of wrote this story about female empowerment in the sense that it's a girl who gets attacked, but she has the power to stand up for what she believes is right and wants justice for what happened to her, which I think is really important. So that's where Keep Breathing was formed.
Great time just like working on the movies.
I think it's so much fun. Even if you have no theater experience or film experience at all, you learn a lot.
It was very fun. It was very interesting because it was my first year.
it just went over a different range of emotions. So like throughout the different scenes, you would have to deal with, you know, different emotions that you would be portraying, and it's always totally different than with like stage acting. So
it was definitely a new area of acting for me, and I think it was very, very helpful.
Shooting this really serious thing where you're like crying and you're like, oh, I'm crying from laughter, but you know it works. Like, so it was hard going from like joking around with friends to like doing something that serious.
The whole reason we do this is because there's not a lot of film opportunities, and I think it's a very comfortable atmosphere to kind of get into that.
That is a great learning experience, and you get to meet a lot of cool people that like the same things as you.
Yeah, I mean, this was definitely the most challenging role I've had to play in film, and definitely the most like I've learned doing tech like in the past 3 years.
If you come in as a first-year person, you're not going to be just sitting on the sidelines the whole time like, okay, that's the star, watch them. You're going to be involved. You're going to be running sound. You're going to be doing lights. You're going to have a small acting role. It's not that you're just going to be sitting around playing with your shoelaces watching everyone, so that's the best part.
Everyone around you is very accepting, and they want to see you succeed, so I think that anyone would be up for that, really.
I once made the mistake of letting my guard down with someone who I thought I trusted with my feelings. And I'm in here having to tell you two something that I've barely even told my best friend. Because you've done everything in your power to make me seem powerless. But I'm not powerless, I'm in charge. I'm proud of who I am. And I'm not the one to blame, he is. Jesus Christ, you should do something about it.